What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about everything you need to know about the game Abandoned on the PS5 before it's a full reveal this upcoming Tuesday. So I want to try to recap as many things as I can remember, as many things as I can, as I wrote down on this game, and we're going to start right now. So Abandoned is releasing on PS5 exclusively in Q4 2021. Remember, this is supposed to be a game that releases technically this fall. Abandoned is not its actual name. It was actually used several times by Blue Box Game Studios in its tweets as in quotation marks. Abandoned is just a placeholder name. We do not know why or why they would do something like that as of right now, but it is not the actual name of the game. They tweeted that the first letter of the game is going to start with an S, and the last letter of the game is going to start with an L. Obviously, that sparked the Silent Hill, conspiracies. However, it was made clear that it doesn't have to be two words. It could be one word, it could be two, it could be, 10. We don't technically know. They have since deleted the tweet, so there's really nothing more you can do about it right now. Blue Box Game Studios is based out of Netherlands, and the boss is our good old friend Hassan, who is the game director of Abandoned. Blue actually stands for Best Level User Experience. This is a game described as having next-gen graphics, going to be running at 4K 60 frames per second, no HUD, manual ammo checks, and it's basically a survival horror game. It's set in a highly detailed open-world environment and favors a more realistic approach to survival. The story is centered around Jason Longfield, who wakes up in a strange forest, abandoned and not remembering how he got there. Jason soon finds out that he was kidnapped and brought there for a dark purpose, fighting for his survival. His main goal is to escape. They talk about this game as being in early development, although, again, they say that the game is releasing at the end of this year. They said they will use the DualSense controller in terms of its capabilities, as well as 3D audio, as well as the power of the PS5, what the PS5 can actually do. And speaking of the PS5, they're using it so much that they have launched a real-time app. This is an app available to download right now. It is free, and again, in terms of what to expect, on Tuesday is when the rollout starts. Now, we don't have the clearest vision as to what the rollout is going to be. They talk about this app as a kind of a long-term approach in terms of you're going to be getting things over time, and they're almost real-time. They click the button, it just appears on the app, and it's how you're going to get a lot of the information, not just trailers, but gameplay, long extended gameplay sections, and more, seemingly, in the way they talk about it, throughout the month of August. They are using 7 outsourcing companies to help them. Small indie team, again, the conspiracy theorist side of me awakens for this. 7 outsourcing teams that are helping them. That tweet is still up. Meanwhile, the tweet where they bragged about having some of the top voice actor talents in the world working on their game, that tweet has since been deleted. But that was a real thing. They had talked about how they have some of the better, they were working with some, higher end voice actors to end up voicing their game. They've said numerous times they are not Hideo Kojima. They are not Konami. They're not attached to Silent Hill. They're not attached to anything like that. They've had messages from Hassan himself, although in one of the messages he says he is not an employee of Kojima, not working on a Silent Hill game, which is 2 negatives. Double negative makes a positive, but again, that's for a different date. So again, the real-time app is available. That's pretty much all we know. They've been very, very vocal in terms of, again, saying that what they are not, but not necessarily talking about what they are. There is the picture they posted about Abandoned, which in the background you can kind of see a person with an eye patch. Make whatever theories you want on that. And final things I will say is it seems like everything they've done up until this point has all been not their own work. Now, that's not to discourage them, that's not to put them down, but they've been assets that are not their own creations. That trailer, and in fact, they've even said that trailer was thrown together in a very short amount of time to meet a Sony deadline. That's not actually what the game will fully look like. It's not their actual work. There's many that do believe the background picture of the person with the eye patch is also an asset that is not actually theirs. Again, obviously they could buy it or just use it, but it's not theirs, their own creation. So that's pretty much it. I know I went into the conspiracy, angle there a couple times, and I am sorry about that. Obviously, I'm excited. Obviously, we've talked about this game a long amount of time, and I didn't want to get too conspiracy, like in this video, because I didn't want to go down that enormous well. There are many other discrepancies with this game, with what Blue Box has done before this game, with what Hassan has done before this game, all that stuff. There are hundreds of weird things, not to mention his name, HK, being, potentially Hideo Kojima. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you think it is just a survival horror shooter game or whether it is something, crazier. Make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. I will be covering this thing on Tuesday. I cannot wait. No matter which way it goes, I'm excited to talk about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.